Hey, what's going on, everybody? I've got a quick, well, maybe not so quick, but I got a video I want to show you. One of the things I do at the end of the year, I'm a pastor, and at the end of the year, I put all my sermons in this little booklet, a booklet like this one. It's just a sermon notes journal. It's all of my notes. Everything that I kind of like preached for the whole year is in here. It's kind of a condensed version, but I make this available to members so that they can go back onto the YouTube videos and they can watch the videos and then they can watch my sermon notes and they can make edits and all the like. So I was showing this to pastors, and some of the pastors want to know how do I do it, and I'm going to do this tutorial to kind of show you exactly how I go about making that happen. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to bring up my Word documents and let's go through it. I'm going to open and I'm going to go to, there's a place where I put everything. It's in tutorials. So if you ever wondering where your documents are, if you would right click on any of these and you'll see where it says pin to quick access, and you can go and pin it over here. But here's where my tutorials are. And this is everything that I'm going to send you. If you're interested in learning more, I can send you my whole little folder. But I'm going to go over real quickly here. So I'm going to click to front. We're going to look at how to do the front cover. So this is the front cover of the document that we have here. And let's see here. Yeah, that's our front cover. So from here we have four actually blocks that I've got here. There's the sermon notes, there's the logo, there's the picture, and then there's the little verse at the bottom. So that's what I have, is like basically four frames. And if I want to change something, I would simply click on that. So if I want to change the sermon information, just click anywhere in the middle of that, and then I can change it to whatever year I want, and I can change this information. It's just simple editing. Click within this box, and then I can change that. And if I wanted to move the box around, I click within the frame, then I just grab the edge of the frame, and I can move it around where I want to, or I can grab here and resize it to whatever size I want. So you got some simple editing things you can do there. If I want to change this logo, I can just delete this logo. Just click on it and delete it. Then go up to Insert Picture from this device, and then I go to where my tutorials, that's where everything is in my quick access, and then I want to add another cover. Let's say I wanted to put use this cover. Okay, and I clicked it and it came over here, but where is it? It's actually behind here. So I will go to this area, left click, go to bring to front, and there it is. So I just left click and brought to front. Now I'm going to drag it to the size that I want over this cover. There you have it. Now there it is. I'm going to click this, right click again, and then send to back. Uh-oh, where did it go? Well, the first initial cover is still here, so I'm going to delete it. I'm clicking the cover right now with my left click. I delete it, and there's the cover that we did. I can resize here where I want to put this, and I can do another scripture or just retitle this, whatever I want to do. And I'm going to add another logo just to show you how to do that. So I'll go to my Insert Picture from this device, and then there's a logo over here. And the logo is what's called a PNG file. Remember, when it comes in, it goes in the back for whatever reason. I click on here with my left click, I bring it to front, and there it is. And then I just bring it up here, and I can resize it to wherever I want it to be. So that could be my logo. And that's basically how you would do the cover. When you're finished with the cover, then you would go over here to File, Save. You have to save it before I do my next step. Save it as, and you browse. I'm going to save it in the tutorial here. I'm just going to call it test. And just so there it is. It's a test document. And now I can save it as a PDF. Click on that file, go to Save as Adobe PDF, and now it's going to save it as test, same thing that I labeled it as. And once Adobe goes through and adds it, it opens it as a PDF, and then I can just bring it down in size, and I can take a look at it. So that's what the document looks like. Now the reason you want to save it as a PDF is because if you want to print this, you're going to usually print it. It prints easier on PDFs. So wherever you're going to upload to, they'll want to upload the front cover, they'll upload the back cover separately, and then they're going to upload the spine, which is the spine is this little back portion right here separately. So I just showed you how to do the cover, the front cover. Now let's go into the back cover. I'm going to go into open, and there's my back cover there. All right, so there's my back cover. So it's going to be the same thing. You're going to go in and you're going to change your title. Click on it, delete, and change your logo. Change all of this. These are all editing features that you can change with your back cover. Your logo, your barcode, but go over here. If you want to change your picture, I click over here on the picture itself. That's where I click the picture. I click delete, and that deletes the picture. And again, I like the white back covers. It looks better than having some of the different pictures on top. But if I want to add a picture, I'll go to Insert and Picture, and from this device, and I would go to my tutorial. That's where everything is. Tutorial, and I would choose a picture. Let's say if I wanted to choose this picture, and that's the one I would choose there, and I would go over here, left click it, and make sure it's bringing it to the front. And when you bring it to the front, now you can resize. If you don't bring it to the front, you have a difficult time trying to resize it and do many things you want to try and do to it as you're editing. So you're going to come over here. Whoops, not you. I want to grab the picture and just bring it up here. And once it's been resized, you can right click and let me see, how else can I do that? Picture format. Once I got the picture selected, go to picture format, wrap text, send. I want to send this to, I want to send it to the back. Where am I going to send it to the back? Where is it, Gene? Behind text. Oh, there it is. Behind text. So in front of text, behind text. Okay, so now it's behind the text. Once you click on the picture now that's behind there, it gives you all of these different things that you can edit. I can edit the color of the picture. See, I'll click there. See how the color changed? I can bring the color back to where it was. I can change here the contrast, making it lighter. It makes it easier to see the text if I lighten the photograph, the picture. So that's how you can change that. I'll click back on the picture, delete, and that makes it a plain picture. And then I go to File, Save As, and I have to save it as something first. Then I'll browse. I'll save it as Test2. And yeah, I want to replace Test2. So now it's saved as another document. And then I will go back and save it as a PDF, because ultimately I want to make these documents. I'm save it. It's going to be saved as Test2. Yes, I want to replace it. And it's now saving it as a PDF document. And once a PDF document is saved, it looks exactly like that. And then you want to upload those to your printer. You want to upload your front cover separately, your back cover separately, and then the spine, which we're going to go into doing now. So let's look at doing our spine. All right, keep it on, keep on, keep it on. Here, and there's the spine there. That's what the spine will look like, and you would just go in and select it and do all your edits. That's the title that's going to go right here on the back of the book, this little edge here, and they'll want that. So once you get that spine edited, you're going to file, save it as something, and we're going to save it as, I think I have it here as Test 4. Yeah, I'll save it as Test 4, and I want to replace the one that was already there. And now I can save it as a PDF. You have to always save the document first as a Word document, then you save it as a PDF, and then it will save it as Test 4. Yes. All right. And once it saves it as test number 4, then we're done with basically what we're going to do with the cover, front cover, back cover, and the spine. So let's go now and let's look at how to edit the inside of the document. All right. Let's do that, shall we? I'm going to just open, and I can browse. I'll go to my tutorial up here. I'll just go to tutorial just to make it easy and quick, because that's where I save everything. Tutorial, and then I'm going to go to the template. There it is, sermon template. I'm going to be sending you this exact file, so you're going to get this if you want it. You're going to have this kind of like message me or just respond to this in the comments. And if you wanted this, just to respond in the comments, and then you send me an email. We'll get it to you somehow, but I'll get all this stuff to you. So this is what the inside of the document will look like. And you're going to start by just going in and editing everything. It's just word processing. You don't like this logo, click on it, delete it, add another logo. Once you delete the logo, you now can change the title of the church. And here I can delete that and just bring it over here and select it and just change the title of the church. I change whatever I highlight, you just change. So these are all the changes that you make. So once you've made the changes in these two covers, these two pages, I'm going to hold down my control and then I'm going to spin my wheel on my mouse so that I can just select two pages. Now two pages are selected. These are the ones that you just edited. You finish those. Now you're going to go in and you're going to edit all of your dates, because if you're going to do a new document, you got to change all of the dates because it's a new year. So you're going to go in and change all of this. This is your table of contents. Change all of your dates. Going down through here. Once your dates are changed for the table of contents, you've got to change them for each Sunday of the year. So go in, that's January 5th, 2020. It may be the 8th, or maybe the 2nd for 2022. So you got to go in and change each date of the year. All right. So that's, once you got the dates changed, you basically formatted your book for the whole year. Now let's go in and let's change your sermon information. I'm sorry, now we're going to change how to edit your sermon titles. Go back to the table of contents. I've already formatted everything. These are my sermon titles for 2019. So you just click on it and then just edit it. Put in a new title. On each one of those, add a new title. If your title is kind of long like this one, you might select it. And once you select it, it allows you to go down here and change the size of it. So you see I select 11, you see how it changed the size of it so that you can put a longer title in here. Because if you hit enter, you see how it changed your format, it dropped everything down to a different date. Now you've lost this date, so you're just going to change the size of those to change it. Or make shorter titles. Sometimes we can deal with shorter titles, right? Okay, so that's how you would do that for each one of the sermon titles for your table of contents for the year. Now let's go into the actual sermon themselves. Here's where you would click inside the box, anywhere in here. Come on, where are you? There you go. Inside, you'll click this little text box, and you can change all of the information within the text box. You see where it says sermon and scripture and key points? That's not in the text box. Let me move your text box. See, that's your text box. It's just an overlay. So you can edit all the stuff inside of your text box right there, just like that. If I click over here 2.4 off the text box, now I'm out of the text box. Now when I delete, I'm deleting the information that's outside of the text box, like my sermon title. If you want to delete those things, you can. But if you click inside, anywhere inside of here, it'll bring up your text box. Click the edge of the text box if you want to move it, if it's not aligned right. But once you click inside your text box, you can now edit the information inside, okay? And the same thing with your sermon notes. Once you finish that, you click now for the notes themselves. You go into your sermon, wherever you keep your notes, and you copy whatever the highlights of your sermons are. Because your whole sermon, you can't, it's too much to try to put your whole sermon in here, and I only give you 2 pages for each sermon. So you got, this is your beginning page, and this is page number 2. So that's all you've got. You're basically putting highlights in here. And that's a lot for people to want to go through. They can always use the sermon titles and go through and look at it, the videos. Now I double space this enough so that when people are watching this sermon again, they can right in here write in their little edits, so what they want to add into each one, so they can make their own little changes there, or notes. You know how you write all over your sermon journals, and that's how they can make their little changes at the end of the year. And once you've edited that one, you go on to the next week and you insert your sermon title, your scripture, your key points, and go through and make your edits. I do a lot of things like, guys, you'll see I capitalize some things, I'll highlight some things, I'll reverse the font. Like, here's my key points. We were not created to be alone. We were not created to be alone. And I'll kind of highlight those a little bit so it's easier to make reference to them when you're going through that. So that's basically how you do it. It's a pretty simple deal, pretty simple process about how to make that happen. So let's see here. So that's how it's done. I will send you the template with all the information in there. Once you finish editing, you save this one as a PDF. That's your inside of your booklet. And in fact, let me show you that real quickly. How to edit the inside of it. Well, once you've finished it, once you finish it, you just go save as, and you got to save it as a Word document first. So you save it as something. I'll just make this test 4. Test 5. So now this document that I just finished is called test number 5. Now I'm going to save it as a PDF. Save as a PDF. And then it's going to label it automatically as test 5. I click the save. Now it's saving as a PDF. And this PDF document will come up exactly like your like the document that you did in Word. So when you're going to print, your printer, wherever you're going to upload to, they're going to want to upload the sermon. They're going to upload the front cover, the back cover, the spine, and the inside. And that's how you'll do it. And there's one more that I'm going to show you. Man, I feel like I'm going back and forth here, which I am. One more thing I got to show you is the full cover. I hope this is making sense to you, man. I don't want to waste your time. Time is money. Oh no, did I not have it? Oh man. Okay, let's do it again. So here's a full cover right here. And sometimes they want you to send a full cover. So this is my full cover that I open up, and you can make your edits the same way. You edit it by clicking in there, changing your sermon title. Down here you can change your verse. Here in the middle you can change your picture. You change your spine here by clicking. And when you click on your spine, Word automatically turns it, aligns it, this direction, so it's easy to write. And once you finish doing your edits, you click away from it, and it will put it back in the center. And then you can go back here and you can change all of your information on the back that you need to format the back. And if you want to add a picture, you click out here to the side, insert a picture of this device, and then it brings up all of my pictures. If I want to insert this one, I would double click it, and it came up way down here. It's at the bottom down here. So I go to wrap text, bring it to the front. Now I can drag it up. See that? Then I can resize it. Once I've resized it, I go to wrap text, behind text. Click there. And once it's behind the text, I can change the, once I click on the picture again, it brings up all of these options, and then I can go through these different effects, make it lighter. See, like that, I just clicked that and made it lighter, or I just basically like no picture at all. So that's how you would do a full cover if you want to and needed to do that. All right, rocking and rolling. So that's it, guys. That's how you would do it. If you have any questions, you just put information in the comments, and I will respond to you. And then I can give you an email, and I'll send you all of this information. I'll send you all the templates with all the cover photos, and I'll send you a little zip folder so that you can do this. But this is easy. This is easy, guys. You can do it. All right. I wasted enough of your time for the night. So whatever you do the rest of the night and the rest of the week, make it awesome. See you guys.